Seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Ready, break.
They start the drive with Cook. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent. and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed it, it would have been a long night.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Second and 5. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked at it, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense if you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. That kick return falls 1 yard short of the all-time mark as it goes down as a 108-yard return. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down.
Yellow. Blue strikers. Red. Yellow.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll look to throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That'll be complete to Cook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On the ready.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Josh Pascal there to bring him down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you got to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. They'll try and run here with Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On second down, Swift. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Open man right side is St. Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes,
touchdown! DeAndre Swift from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
and because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they've got some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Cook up the gut. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Exit 3rd and
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown! Vikings are back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Come on. Left wing 19.
Throwing to start the drive. Felder. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Looking to throw on second down. Felder, he's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Shifts by him. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Felder. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering How are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get more jolt of confidence moving forward.
To throw on third down, Felder. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Cook again. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. But Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that. Only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Felder. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pressure.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Lewis C. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. He's got it up to the 15, showing off some fancy footwork there on the play. And that's good for a gain of 6, and 3rd and 8 now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable here from the 38. And he spins past him and into space. Touchdown, Detroit. A 62-yard punt return. And the Lions have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start driving from that deep in their own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. It's complete to Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Slide 2. Smash, red. White.
They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Cook is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, it's Cook. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This for a 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out here trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Felder. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Lions first down.
Looking to throw. Felder. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ready?
Swift going to try up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 68 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well.
Martin, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
This is Swift on the counter. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
And cycle. Field flat. Hey, check Megan.
They'll look to throw. Completes this to Jefferson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Remain on second down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. But still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Ready.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Green, green. Strike. Strike. Cluster. Stick. Ball red.
Back to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round.